Hey! Welcome back, YouTube. Glad you clicked on another video. Today's going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to get into that as the video progresses. But today, we are going to work on that other little red go-kart. This little guy. The one that was behind the shed. I finally got enough effort to work on it. And what we're doing today is replacing the axle with that axle that you seen in the last episode, that live axle with the two tires in the back of it. So I did some pre-work because I'm only going to be able to do this episode in one shot. So I pre-cut the axle. This is the original axle and it's only one tire spins. And that's no good in the yard. That's the only thing I'm going to be doing is driving in the yard. So cut that off. I put these hangers on. I just tack welded them, and but these are the hangers that I was talking about. I got from Go Power Sports, which I'll show you in a second. The whole kit that comes with it. But what I did is I measured out what was half, and I cut a block of wood. I pre-drilled the hole with the screw. I think it's still a little hot. And then I screwed that piece of wood on there, so that way it keep them both parallel. So that way I don't have to try to, that's the biggest headache, is trying to get these lines perfectly straight. Perfectly straight. So I did that and I alleviated a lot of the problems. So I got these tack welded and I'm going to unscrew them. But while I'm doing this, I'll explain why I'm doing one shot. I bought this like some HP for, I think like 350 bucks. I was like, oh, okay, I read the reviews, it sounded decent. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And so I bought it. One second, I'll get right back to you. But these are the bearings I was talking about that I got from Go Power Sports. And it really wasn't bad for the package. I think it was like 26 bucks or something like that. And they got good quality at Go Power Sports. They're a little bit more expensive. But for stuff, that matters, you really want to spend the money. And on your bearings, on your axle, that's the most important thing you have. So, I'll spend a little bit more money. But it comes with two of these. You got the hangers. And then the kit also comes with a oh, jeez. Put my foot on the tire. Also comes with a collar, which is nice. Because I didn't realize it came with it. I thought I was going to have to order some more collars. And then with the Allen wrench to tighten it on top. So, that's pretty cool. I like these. So let's go ahead and put these. Anywho, I bought the computer and I edited that last episode that you guys seen. And, the editing program was okay, but it was very slow and laggy. And the computer kept on freezing after I did a bunch of updates to it. Because it has Windows 10 or something. And then it would freeze in the middle of editing. Which, if you've ever edited a video, that's absolutely frustrating. When you're sitting there for an hour or two trying to edit something. So, I sucked it up. I did the last video. I got it out for you guys. But I'm like, I can't handle this. I can't do it. Hours of updating and it still freezes. And, it's a brand new computer. I just bought it. It's not like I bought a used one. So basically, I convinced my wife, or she convinced me, I don't know. But, I took the computer back, and I was like, I'm not messing around, I'm just going to buy a computer. It'll be a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, it'll be worth it. So, I don't know what that is. So, we went ahead, returned that one. Good job, Joe. Returned that computer back to Walmart, piece of crap, and went online to Apple. Two different sizes. Went on to Apple and bought me a Mac. I got, I think, a MacBook Pro. Oh, a laptop. I got a laptop. And I bought, the editing program that downloads right to it, so I don't have to mess with any free or any of that crap anymore. But the reason why this is a one-take video is because of that. it's not going to get here until the 18th. So I have no way to edit any of my videos. So, you know, I try to do as much prep work as I can, you know, before the video, so I can try to get as much done. And the cell phone I have, that's what I've been using to YouTube clips. It's taking a crap. And that's what I'm videotaping on right now, so hope to God it doesn't take crap on me. But it's the iPhone 6 Plus. And, you know, those are, you know, notorious for the camera acting up and jittering. And mine's starting to lose service on and off. And a jitter, like it's piece of crap. It is like my 4th phone. I've had to get a new one, so I'm gonna try using the editing, the iMovie again. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my audio. But if it doesn't, or if it does mess up my audio, I'm gonna have to do 1-minute video. One shot, you idiot. Jesus. Hopefully not, though. But anywho, so that's why we're doing the one take today. I'm doing pretty good so far. Oh, okay, maybe I should have made those wider. Oops. But today is also going to be the last day of the 420 go-kart. My wife finally allowed me to sell that thing because I've had so many problems with it. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen how many problems I've had with that thing. Because I'll have a party and have everybody over, but like, all right, let's get the go-karts out. You know, everyone gets excited, I'm excited. And then that darn 420, something always happens with it. Every time. Doesn't matter how many hours I put into it, always something. And mainly it's been that pull coil. And the last time that the pull coil went out, which was the last party, I don't think I videotaped it. Yeah, I didn't videotape that one, which I wish I would have, because there was a lot of accidents on that one. It's quite funny. But on that one was a pull coil. Kept on going, and then it would go out again. Well, last time I tore it apart, and the spring fell out. And it was out in the yard, and I had no clue where it went. So, shit out of luck on that one. But, now that we got these hung, I'm going to get the other axle. Well, hopefully this worked. If you see me, then I'm at least able to put another video on, edit a little bit. But it took me a while. It took me about a half hour to get this axle all cleared out. Because here's the axle that I bought. It's in a bundle package. I got it really cheap. But if you can see, they welded the hub on, which is really dumb. Don't weld the hub on. But I'm going to see if I can make it work or not. And then this is the sprocket I got off of her, which isn't too bad. It's in good shape. I didn't count the teeth. Count them later. The real pain in the butt was to getting the hardware off, which I'll show you that. But here's the hardware. One of the collars, I was able to save one of them, be able to get the set screw. The other one, I tried drilling it out, but my drill bit sucked so bad that there was dull. So I ended up, I had to take the angle grinder to her. And then this is why I replaced those bearings. I mean, these are hilariously bad. There's no way of saving that crap. And he cut them off with a torch anyway. But I still might be able to use the brackets. I don't know. I'll look at that later. But same aspect here. I mean, nothing to do with that. Good news though is the actual axle nuts aren't too bad. And then these are the other bolts that go to the hub for the sprocket. So all in all, not too bad. You know, got it really cheap, so I'm not complaining. Now, if you've seen the axle in the last video, you notice that these were the tires that were on it, which aren't too bad. They are, what are they? Oh, which they're 15s, not bad. But in the same deal, I got these bad boys. Oops. I got these ones, which I don't know if you can see the difference. Those are the 15s. Wow, they're 16s, only an inch bigger. But they got more tread, so I like these ones. And of course, 1-inch shaft, which will slide right in there. So let's test fit it. So I got this test fitted all on. A little bit of a pain in the butt. And you're probably wondering why the small tires are on here. Well, I didn't realize, because the outside with the threads on it is a little bit small. It's probably like a 7/8, and then the shaft's a 1-inch. And you know, this tire is built for that. It has that step in the middle. And I thought those other tires did, but it's just a solid inch. So I'm going to need collars for the end. So I'm going to have to wait and order collars. But for testing right now, we can, you know, use these. And bearings are working. So I'm pretty happy. Now, as you can see, right here is where the sprocket mounts. Well, there's a brace here, and the engine mounts right here. Well, if I put the engine right there, the sprocket's going to be right here. So I got to cut this engine bracket, move it way over in the center, do some bracing to actually line it up. Let's get to it. Okay guys, so I had a little bit of a brain fart, and I put the axle on there without putting the sprocket on. So I take the whole axle, well, one of the sides off, then slide it through. But in doing that, I realized that one of the bolts that was holding the hangers on was stripped already. And this is the brand new one from Go Power Sports. You can see it or not, it's actually stripped. And the nut's actually, yeah, that's stripped also. So it's a real pain in the butt getting it off. And you know, I can't blame Go Power Sports because I was taking an impact wrench to it, or impact gun. So I guess I learned my lesson, don't take an impact gun to one of these little bolts. But I got it off anyways. It was just a little bit harder, a little bit more struggle. But I got the sprocket put on there, and then I flipped it on the other side so I get a little bit more space, so I'm not so close to the frame. Let me show you. But as you can tell, it was bolted on this side. I went ahead and bolted on the other side. Got the hangers on there, and then I went to go cut this engine plate off, and this thing is welded in so many different places. I'm just going to have to keep it on. Whatever. But then I got this cross bracing just welded in, so I can put another engine plate, hopefully right here, or somewhere's in that vicinity. And then I'm going to have to cut out this bracing here, here, and here. Okay guys, we're getting close. I got all that crap cut off, and I don't know if that guy just got happy with the welder or what, but I mean, just look at all this gunk. I mean, his welds were so fat. Like, it was just a chunk I had to cut off. Not even just with the pipe. But we got it all cut off. I accidentally took a chunk out. That's where that big old gob was. I was just trying to get an angle in there. But got it cut there. Then I tack welded the plate on here, and then yeah, just tack welded it. Now I gotta drill some holes. Getting close, man. Alright guys, so I got good news and bad news. Good news is I got the engine mounted and everything's ready to rock and roll. Got the chain cut to size, but this clutch is the wrong size chain, because that's a 42 chain, which has the same tooth as the sprocket. Get closer. But this right here is smaller, so it must be like a 35 or something. So I'm gonna have to get a new clutch, which is fine, because you know, this one came off an old motor. I don't even know if it works or not, so probably would have had to buy a new clutch anyways. But it stops me for today though. So I'm gonna have to wait until next week for that one. I'll order another clutch, get that going, and then we'll hook up the brakes and the gas. And the gas next time. But before I let you guys go, we got one last look at the 420. It's gonna be sold today. So here she is in all of her glory. Her last day being on the Pope Show. But I'm not actually selling it, I'm trading it. I should get that right. I am trading it for another toy that's actually gonna go about twice as fast as this one once I fix a little bug in it. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really cool. I'm pretty excited. But alright guys, this is gonna be the end of me for this week. Until next week. Peace!